Should wealth be redistributed through higher taxes? Hi everyone, today I'd like to discuss an issue that every modern society faces. Should governments reduce economic inequality by imposing higher taxes on the wealthy? Economic inequality has increased in many countries over the past few decades. Some people own enormous amounts of wealth, while others struggle to afford housing, education, or healthcare. As this gap widens, many argue that governments should collect more taxes from high-income individuals and use the revenue to support public services and social welfare. Supporters of higher taxes believe that extreme inequality can weaken society. When access to education or healthcare depends too heavily on income, people may lose equal opportunities to succeed. Children from low-income families often face disadvantages long before they enter the job market. By redistributing wealth through progressive taxation, governments can invest in schools, hospitals, and infrastructure that benefit society as a whole. Supporters also argue that successful businesses rely on public institutions. Companies benefit from laws, legal systems, public education, and social stability. Therefore, those who gain the most from society should contribute more to maintaining it. However, critics raise several important concerns. First, they argue that high taxes may reduce incentives to work, invest, or start businesses. If entrepreneurs believe that a large portion of their success will be heavily taxed, they may take fewer risks. Second, some argue that individuals have a moral right to keep the wealth they earn through their own effort and innovation. From this perspective, excessive taxation may violate personal freedom and property rights. Another concern is government efficiency. Even if higher taxes generate more revenue, there is no guarantee that governments will spend the money wisely. Poor management, corruption, or inefficient policies can reduce the benefits of redistribution. In that case, higher taxes may impose greater burdens without producing better public services. In my opinion, the debate should not focus only on whether taxes should be higher or lower. Instead, the more important question is how tax revenue is collected and how effectively it is used. A fair tax system should reduce unnecessary inequality while preserving incentives for innovation, entrepreneurship, and hard work. Likewise, governments have a responsibility to spend most public money transparently and efficiently. Ultimately, economic growth and social fairness are not mutually exclusive. A successful society should encourage people to create wealth while also ensuring that everyone has a genuine opportunity to succeed. So here's my question for you. Do you think governments should increase taxes on the wealthy to reduce inequality, or would that create more problems than it solves? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening. See you next time.